the Ministry will hear about this, the fiends will rot in Azkaban.
Sir, are you all right? You seem to be in some distress.
All right? Do I look all right? I've been kidnapped!
How can you be kidnapped when you're right here?
What sort of question is that? Of course I'm right here. I've more than one frame. Do you only have one home? It's my other frame. It's been stolen. And by students, no less. They paid filthy thieves to steal my other frame.
Oh dear. That sounds awful.
Well, awful is exactly what Astoria Cricket is. She's behind all of this. She and her friends were moaning about me of all the nerve. Then I heard her plot to enlist a gang of good-for-nothings to have me stolen from the Three Broomsticks. That's where my other frame hung. Half of a place, though I suppose one could do worse. I once knew a portrait who ended up in the Hog's Head. No one's heard from him since.
Right. So back to your frame.
Ah, yes. There I was, powdering my wig, and the next thing I knew, I was being manhandled by rogues and carried off. As if I can afford not to be at my post. I do important work for the headmaster, and I need my other frame back at the Three Broomsticks.
I could look into the matter for you.
Oh, would you? How marvelous. Do it quickly, though, won't you? The place they took me to is quite beneath me. Off you go, then.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Folks still talk about you taking down that troll in the village circle. You certainly made an impression.
Astoria Cricket?
That depends. Am I in trouble?
Ferdinand Pratt thinks you should be. Says you stole his frame.
I wouldn't call it stolen. Relocated's more like it. How do I put this nicely? Ferdinand Pratt is a postulant boil, and he's lucky I didn't have him sealed in a wall.
Surely he can't be that terrible, can he?
All he does is spy on students in here and report back to the headmaster. Sometimes, if there's nothing to report, he'll make it up. I spent 4 hours in detention last week, all because he told Black that I was planning to drain the lake, whatever that means. It was the last straw. He and his frame had to go.
May I ask where you put him?
Well, I didn't put him anywhere. The frame is likely with the fine gents I paid to snatch it. They camp in a ruin by the coast. I just wanted it far enough away that I'd never have to think about Ferdinand Pratt ever again.
You do know he's screaming in the library as we speak.
Oh, for the love of Merlin. If you ask me, he's got nothing to scream about. I could have had him put in the Hog's Head. The pampered Pratt would have hated it. Grimy walls, smell of goats. And the patrons, they eat snooty princes like Ferdinand for dinner. But what's done is done. He isn't here anymore, and if I were you, I should enjoy it. Lovely chatting with you.
Does it get any more cosy than Hogsmeade? High Wing, go! Faster, High Wing!
Stop right there! Can't figure out why there's such a
You should never have come in. You'll regret crushing my path. Is Treadwell nearby again?
Oh, they to show me some dark magic.
Potato!
Oh, nothing more than luck. Careful now.
What are you up to now?
This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
I shan't be having none of your nonsense.
I know what you did to Iowa Morgan, and I'll not.
He'll pay for that!
That the best you can do?
Bombarder!
Petrificus totalis!
Bombarder!
You're the one who released Treadwell, aren't you? That was a mistake, my friend.
Incendio! I know a Merlin trial one.
Quite an impressive fighter, aren't you?
Incendio! Bombarder!
You plan to creep up on him.
What have you done?
Petrificus totalis! Petrificus totalis!
Bombarder! Incendio! I should investigate. What do you have in store for me this time? This looks intriguing.
Whoa.
Revelio. Bombarda. Revelio.
Goblin Elm! You're the one who freed our hippogriff.
Afraid to face me? I'll get you for what you did to Iona Morgan. I've seen your magic. I'm not afraid. Or you let Nora Treadwell go, didn't you? You're about to wish you had.
Expelliarmus! How many of us you will keep coming?
Think you're clever, don't you? But you won't
Arrest them,
You've been known to use the dark arts. You're going to regret that.
No one to share in my victory. Revelio. Revelio. Could it be a Merlin trial? Aloha Mora.
It's about time. It's a wonder there's anything left of me.
Calm down, I'm here now.
Calm down. Those buffoons outside have been talking about burning me. Me! If they weren't all sharing half a brain, they'd realize I'm worth more to them intact and at the Three Broomsticks.
How is that?
With everything I overhear, I'm a veritable trove of information. Now, don't just stand there. I need to be back by cocktail hour. The place will be like a funeral without me.
What if I don't want to return you to the Three Broomsticks?
What on earth do you mean?
What if I took you to the Hog's Head instead? I've heard such nice things.
What a funny little joke. Now, the Three Broomsticks, please. Oh, they're bound to be missing me terribly. Be sure to carry me carefully, won't you? My pantaloons are already creased. Where have you put me? pitch black in here. I shan't stand for this. What are you, a troll? All your heavy stamping about is going to damage my frame! I must protest! This is no place for polite company! Not with the horrors. Oh! Finally! Back on my wall and more angelic than ever!
I wouldn't go so far as to say that.
I'm not usually one to give thanks. There's a sort of servant ring to it. But I suppose some gratitude is in order. As a show of goodwill, I'll exclude whatever misdeeds I hear about you in my reports to the headmaster. And I do hear quite a bit. Now, be off with you. I can't be seen talking to a student. Go on then, go! It's all right, everyone. I'm back.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Who lived here, I wonder? Aloha Mora. Revelio. Incendio!
Oh, we forget about that goblin help you stole. You're that hypocrite thief.
Confringo!
If it isn't Nora Treadwell's precious little guardian. I know you don't fall in the darkness. You try casting Petrificus Totalis on me, and I'll make you regret it.
Levioso! Levioso!
Incendio! Hello, Samantha. Are you here for Summoner's Court?
I am. I'm actually rather good at it. Used to play all the time with my brother until... Never mind. Shall we begin?
Yes, I'm ready to play.
Then let's get summoning. Accio! What was I thinking?
Accio!
Yes! have to do better than that. Accio! Yes!
Accio!
You'll have to do better than that. How about that? I won! Good match. Care to have another go?
But of course.
Splendid! Yes!
Accio!
You'll have to do better than that. Accio! Yes!
Accio!
That was sensational! Accio! What was I thinking? How am I to top that? That settles it, then. After your poor show against Natty in class, I thought I could beat you. Appears I overestimated myself.
Don't say that, Samantha. You're a fine player.
Well, that's very kind of you. Let's just say if I'm good, then you're better. I happen to know who you're up against next, and she's no shy opponent. Best of luck.
Care to guess who won?
I'm not ready for Professor Bitt's lecture. Forgot my pillow.
In today's lesson, we will cover a truly thrilling event. The Goblin Rebellion of 1752 and all its triumphant tragedy. But more specifically, we will address the devastating effect it had on the wizard milling industry. Actually, we do know the number. 632. But history occurs outside the classroom. And look, it's time for my constitutional. One can practically osmose the history flowing through Hogwarts.
I think the professor wants us to follow him.
Now for a stroll to the bell tower. Along with the rest of the castle, it was complete.
If you fail history of magic, you're doomed to repeat it.
The hall and the bell towers
glass,
and
that is.
loom above it contain myriad interesting artifacts.
I've never been so bored in my life as in history of.
Good to see you again. Recovered from that nasty bout of dragon pox, have we?
That wasn't me, Professor. I'm new here.
Are you? Well then, welcome. No doubt you're eagerly anticipating my analysis of various wizarding councils, codes, statutes, and of course, goblin rebellions. Not all goblins are rebellious. Some venture into wizarding politics, such as Eargit the Ugly. Some are talented artisans, such as Bragbor the Boastful.
Did you say Bragbor? I think I know that name.
Well known for his metalwork. I would imagine much of his goblin-wrought iron and silver has survived to this very day.
Oh, of course. Odgok said he was an ancestor of Ranrock.
Where were we? Oh yes. Back to our class topic for today. Grimbold Weft. Another notable historical figure. He's right nearby. Curious students can find him on display.
Revelio.
Oh yes, I see you found Grimbold Weft.
Yes, I rather enjoyed seeking him out.
The thrill of the scholarly pursuit. I know the feeling quite well. Now, let's turn our attention to the agreeability and general good nature of Sir Athbuttle. He's also nearby. See what you can learn from him for your next assignment. Standing in eternal but symbolic watch over the bell tower is a retinue of loyal knights, or rather, statues of knights, I should clarify. Keen-eyed students will spot the statue of Sir Athbuttle of the cheerful countenance nestled among the ranks.
Wagadu's history is,
His fame was
a
not
bit different
won
than
by
that of
vanquishing
Hogwarts.
foes in single
These bits of broom are all that's left.
slaying bloodthirsty dragons,
Rumour has
father in
it.
training yards and sculleries, where his warm and approachable demeanor was celebrated by old friends and newcomers alike. I encourage one to make the waving statues
Abandoning
acquainted.
class to wander the halls is in keeping with Professor Binns's manner of teaching.
Hogwarts is impervious to the inexorable march of time. Perhaps that is why I admire it so. There's nothing quite so magical as history.
This unassuming smudge is rumoured to be the location of the very first successful use of Bombarda. I suppose successful is a relative term, since whoever cast it didn't live to tell the tale.
Students often complain about the many staircases at Hogwarts. They never bother me. The Hogwarts founders could never have achieved such architectural majesty without the aid of powerful magic.
Revelio.
For the centuries that Hogwarts has existed, not once has it collapsed.
What I wouldn't give to be back on a broom right now.
nothing quite so magical as history. Dusty, immutable history.
This is a centuries-old likeness of Pangadon. Fearless mouse hunter and devoted study companion. People have always loved their pets. I find that comforting.
Incendio. Revelio. Revelio. Professor Binns, I found the statue of Sir Afpuddle.
Ah, well done. Alas, Sir Afpuddle's affability was his undoing. Died instantly trying to befriend a basilisk. Eye contact is not always to be encouraged. So beloved was he that even some goblins mourned his passing. Of course, that did not bode well with the rest of the goblins, most of whom could not abide mourning the loss of a wizard.
Pity goblins and wizards can't get along.
True, but imagine how dull my lectures would be without goblin rebellions to discuss. History does tend to repeat. It is a series of patterns, a thought both comforting and disconcerting. The wise student, such as yourself, will learn from it. History is written by those who do their schoolwork. Or at least, I like to say that.
Looks like we've all gone on another one of Finn's.